While the Guyana Sugar Corporation is willing and ready to negotiate salary increases with aggrieved sugar workers from the Blairmont, Albion and Uitvulgt estates, it simply cannot pay what it does not have. This is according to its current Chief Executive Officer, Sasenarine Singh, who spoke with the newsroom on Wednesday. Sugar workers from the estates have been engaged in a week-long protest concerning protracted salary discussions that go back to 2019. And despite assurances from the Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa that the government would engage Guysuco on workers' benefits, the protest continues.
This is an extremely sensitive issue, sensitive time in the industry. We're rebuilding an industry that was broken. And for you to do that, it requires a strategy, which the industry has already developed. It requires money, resources, which clearly Guysuco has a shortage of.
According to the CEO, in 2020 alone, the sugar company made a loss of $3.8 billion, and the majority of its funding went towards wages and salaries. Added to that, Singh said that Guyana was producing sugar at an extremely higher cost than it was being sold. All of these factors, he stated, contribute to why Guysuco is unable to dole out the needed increases. And while negotiations are a priority for the company, he said that Guysuco cannot rush into it, as management is answerable to a board of directors and shareholders who play key roles in the decision-making process.
What I want to make very clear, the management of Guysuco is committed to working with all stakeholders to make something happen. But we have to work with everyone else. We got to work with a board, we have to work with our shareholders, we have to work with the unions, we have to work with everyone in a collaborative way. And what I'm seeing is that there is a disconnect, that 102% of our revenue is spent on wages and salaries. And on top of that, you have the audacity to tell us that we're not trying our best. Where are we going to get more from? We've gone back to the books, and we're trying our best to squeeze something from somewhere, because we're committed to the workers.
Just 3 months after Guysuco was allocated a sum of $3 billion, the government returned to the National Assembly on December 28, 2020, requesting an additional $4 billion. While the previous $3 billion was to recapitalize the 3 estates closed by the former APNU-AFC government at Rose Hall, Skeldon and Enmore, the $4 billion was slated to support the recapitalization of the 3 opening estates at Blairmont, Albion and Uitvulgt. Mustafa had told the National Assembly that because of the neglect, the 3 operating estates were subjected to, over the last 5 years, critical capital works had become necessary. Additionally, the 2021 national budget makes provisions for $2 billion for critical capital works at the estates. The government has started a process to reopen sugar estates closed by the former APNU-AFC government. The APNU-AFC government had closed estates at Wales on the west bank of Demerara, Rose Hall and Skeldon in Region 6, and Enmore, East Coast, Demerara. For the newsroom, I am Shakima Day.